All right, Bobby Lopez here from QuickFixGolf.com along with Darren DeMailey, and we've got John Adams here, who's taking a video right in his backyard. And I think that's his backyard. It might be the backfield of Cell Block D at Chesterfield County Court Jail.
Oh, come on, man.
You tell me to be kind. Anyway, let's take a look at what the heck you're doing. How's your kid doing, by the way? Is he doing all right?
Yeah, everybody's fine.
Good, good. Jump in there, Darren, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you don't even go any farther. To
Yeah.
me, that's a stopping point.
Yep. This is
I
why he spins.
I don't go any farther than that.
This is why he spins. He can't get to the golf ball if he doesn't. So he's going to start with his chest first on the way down, guaranteed. Do you see what we're talking about here, Johnny?
I guess it's the triangle. I don't know.
No, the club is behind you. Let me show you what I mean. The club is behind you. Let's go to you-know-who. He's going to go back and then up. You see how your shoulder over here is showing? Right now, you can't just release the golf club. You stick it in the ground right about there.
Well, I'm not all the way up yet.
You're not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're all the way up. Maybe one little notch, that's it. But look where the shaft is. Forget Tiger a second. Let's look at McElroy. Hold on a second here. Let me see. Somebody's got. It was Larry. No, it wasn't Larry. Somebody's yakking in the background. Maybe it's Sippy. No, it wasn't Sippy. It might be you, John.
Somebody's wife. It's somebody's wife.
Well, we can fix that. Got a gun? Boom! I told you to shut up. Boom!
Not me.
Here.
You want me to cut mine off?
No. We want to talk to you. See the difference?
Yeah.
Now watch what you're going to do here. Well, go ahead, Darren. You have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, to me, when that club gets behind, that's just more of a turning motion as opposed to a hinging motion. And I think that's what he's missing there. It's more the hinge and lift as opposed to just turn, turn, turn.
I agree. That's why here, you see, once he gets to there, now it's up, up. Now watch the first move. There it is. Guaranteed. See? Look how steep the shaft is. Your head goes forward. So now your shaft is steep. You're going to stick in the ground right there if you don't keep going forward. Watch, we'll show you. Uh-oh. Johnny, what are you doing way over there? Come over closer. Oh, there you go. Geez, when did your hair turn white, John?
After your last lesson.
That's a good one. Mine's done the same thing. Don't feel bad. See? You go here. You go there. Oi. What do you say there, Darren? Oi, Gavalt?
I mean, to me, it's not even purposeful to look at this point in the swing because it's not going to really matter what goes on here because the backswing wasn't right.
Exactly right. So let me show you what I would prescribe. You can tell me what you would prescribe. I would prescribe this right here, where I should have put a stick here. I've got one on the golf club. Goes right down to about there, and I just grip it. But I'll continue the line all the way down. And I'm just going to take the club back to here. And then, like Darren said, hinge and lift. It's a hinge and a lift. And it'd be pointed right there. Some would argue, no, it should be this way. And I don't have a problem with that because they'll actually go back to this line on the way down. What else would you think of doing for him, Darren?
I have a lot of success with what I call my college drill, where the first thing you do is hinge the club, you set it, and then you turn from there. So it's a set of the golf club, and then you turn from there. I've had a lot of success with that.
So when you say you set the golf club, you're saying right at the beginning you hinge it.
Yeah, before the club moves away, it moves up. So you
Okay.
hinge it up, and then from there you hold the hinge and turn.
Okay. That's what you understand what he's saying there, Johnny?
Yeah, I think so. You don't keep the shaft out straight for this drill, I guess he's talking about.
Well, what you would do is you would take the golf club and hinge it up like this, and then turn your chest and keep the club in front of your chest.
Perfect. That's exactly it.
Oh, bring it up to your face.
Yes.
Okay.
Hinge it up towards your face, and then turn your chest to where you're facing us right now, and the club will still be in front of your chest. That's the problem. You have the club way behind you, not in front of your chest. Watch where mine's going to be. It's in front of my chest.
Yeah, you know, Nicholas would always say you got to keep the golf club between your arms, and the first thing that happens with John there is the club gets behind his arms.
Hey, good point. Good point, Darren. That's good to see. So he's saying
That's why you keep me around.
exactly. That's why I hang around you. That's one really good way to look at it is you have the shaft between the two arms, which is probably exactly what we saw in McElroy. And I think what Darren's saying, which is 100% right, until you fix that, there's no use working on anything else. There you go. You see the shaft is between his arms. And to you, you're going to feel like you're really swinging outside because you've got it around back behind you.
So laying it off would help.
Well, look at the shaft right there. Look at this. Right into the ground. But then you keep turning, see, and it little by little, it shallows out a little bit. You catch it right on the toe.
Well, I'm able to get a draw that way.
You are?
Yeah. I've eliminated my slice somehow.
Well, where do you think the slice came from?
Going out is what you always told me.
No. What made the ball slice?
Well,
The club face.
well,
The club face.
I
The
don't
club
know.
face. Somehow you figured out to turn that club face over just enough to where you got rid of the slice. So you squared the club face up. See? And then right here, here's the ball.
That's a wiffle ball, by the way.
Right. See?
Yeah, Bobby. John was turning his right wrist through the swing at impact. That was pretty apparent.
Right. He slams the toe over
Yeah.
to square the. Remember that the club face, 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 the club face. You're even setting it down a little bit. Well, not really close. It looks pretty good.
I mean, John might be hitting some draws or hitting some hooks, but I would doubt they're functional. And what I mean by functional draws or hooks, it's a ball that starts right of the target and then comes back to it. So John's just probably hitting some pull hooks and aiming way right.
Well, he's swinging right across himself. He's swinging right at the shortstop. But step one is what we would ask you to do is for you to do this drill right here and video yourself doing the drill and send us a video of you doing the drill. because we know that if you do the drill properly, which means when you start off, and I would do both drills, the one Darren is recommending and mine. You never know which one's going to work better for you. And I turned my chest. I did not move my hands. I did not move my arms. All I did was rotate my chest. If you look at the stick on the back here, you'll see how it's going to be. See? Now I hinge and lift. And take a video of you doing that, because we know that if this is medication, if you take the medication properly, which means a pill every 4 hours, you're going to get better. If you need some of that hydrochloroquine for the golf swing, we'll send you some. That's what we have to do. We need to come up with a pill.
I want a vaccine.
There you go. Now, the other thing you could do, if you have the same sticks there, hinge up like this, get that stick to brush right along the left side of your body, and just hinge it up and then turn. And you're going to go right to the same place. And send us videos of you doing that. Now, the real topic of today was, how come you don't get better? The way to get better is you got to identify the first key issue that's affecting lots of other issues, because some of those might get cleaned up just by improving the first key issue. Is to just get focused on that and stay on it until it is totally cured plus. People do it a little bit and then they move on to something else. The next thing it goes right back again. Well, would you say that true, Darren, or what?
Yeah, it's what I call the 5 levels of performance. You need to be able to do it with the golf club first before you add the ball. And then you add the ball to the picture, and then you add a target to the picture, and then you take it to the golf course. So there's different levels of performance you have to master before you can move on to the next thing.
And I think the regular golfer doesn't have that kind of patience. It's like Tiger used to say, you have to first be able to do it as a drill, then do it on the range, then do it on the golf course in a practice round, then do it on a tournament, and then do it in a major. And it'll fall apart anywhere along the way.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But, most people, they'll take a lesson and they'll take the lesson straight to the course.
Well, they want to play golf. I mean, this is fun for them. It's supposed to be. But, the thing is that just right in your back, you can do it right in your own backyard, for Pete's sakes, like you're doing right now. And just do the drill, send us the drill, know that we're doing the drill properly, and you got to take the whole bottle of medicine. People get medicine, and they take the first 2 pills, and the rash starts to go away. They say, I don't have to take it anymore, and then the rash comes back, and then it's even worse the next time. You got to take it until it's gone.
It's what I call habit busting. Habit busting's never going to come with 2 or 3 Advil. You got to take 2 or 3 bottles.
You're right. You're 100% right. And I'd start every practice session out with the drill that I'm working on, not with hitting balls. I start off with a drill. I talk to the drill. I communicate with it. I communicate with the swing fault. I say, I know who you are, and you ain't getting away with it anymore. I've had enough. See, so.
But the drill's not a pill, because your brain can get in the way of the drill, but it can't so much in the way of the pill once you take it.
I have no idea what you just said, Larry, but that's okay. It sounded good.
I said the drill is not a pill.
The drill's not a pill.
The pill's not a pill.
If you take the pill, your brain doesn't have anything to do with it, but your brain has everything to do with messing up the drill. Not your brain, but my brain.
Darren, do you have a number to a psychiatrist?
I know a few.
I don't even know what to say about that.
You need to get a discount and get over there.
2, you can get a group rate.
Probably an online rate too.
I bet everybody's doing everything online now.
Yeah, we're even teaching singing online.
Oh, you are?
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I sent you that people are learning to cut hair online.
Yeah, learn how to cut hair. But can you teach me how to sing? Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
We can work something, I think.
There you go, Figaro. Figaro,
That's
Figaro,
pretty good.
Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. Close the door.
That's the one aria everybody knows.
It's all right. I know the worst part is that, I keep doing all the stuff from Ed Sullivan, and nobody even knows who Ed Sullivan was anymore.
Well, a few of us do. A few of us are that age.
And unfortunately, it's true. Any other questions anybody has?
Bobby, it's still hard to see, like comparing. I know you're not supposed to take the shaft behind you, but it's still hard to see that even comparing John and Tiger or Rory.
You can't see that?
It's hard. It's difficult.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
For me,
Well, here's a
don't
good
show
one.
that one.
You
The
know,
other one I just sent.
Butcher would be a good example. It's a little more exaggerated.
Here's Larry.
Doing the drill.
This is the connection drill. See, so what Darren's talking about is to hinge this, take the head of this club and practically hit yourself in the forehead with it, and then
Yeah, that makes sense.
and then turn.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Turn first and then the hinge. Now hinge it in front of your chest, not behind you. In front of your chest.
Yeah, I've been doing the drill and it makes sense. That does.
See, so you can put it right back in your belly button.
Yeah, and Darren's suggestion I'm going to try. I think that makes sense too. But I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now.
You just got to find one that works. That's all. There's lots of drills out there.
Now
You just got to find the one that connects.
Your neighbors haven't called the hospital or something seeing you do this in the backyard?
Well, they do when I do it at 1 a.m. And I've been known to go out at 1 a.m. and do it because nobody's around.
See?
Now, I've sent you another one since then that I think is a better swing than this one. This is awful.
Okay.
This is laughable.
Okay, so let's try something different here.
I sent one last night to the locker.
Oh, I haven't gotten to it yet. I was really busy this morning.
See, that's behind.
I tell you what, let me show this just for a second. Darren, you tell me whether you think this is if you look at this, and you watch what he does. Where's that club?
That's right in the triangle, isn't it?
And look at this. But it's in front of his chest.
Yeah. Now there it looks behind him.
No, it's not behind him. Look where his right elbow is. If we go back over here and we look at John, look at where somebody's got the plague. Look where he is. Look where that shaft's pointing. Look where his shaft's pointing.
Yeah.
See here, John has to lead with his upper body. He should be going this way. Any comments then, Darren?
Yeah, I mean, it's not because we prefer to see the club doing that. It's because it works. It's a function to it. And the more you get off plane, the bigger your misses are, the more inconsistent you'll be. So the closer you are on the plane going back and coming down, the more consistent you get. And that's all we're trying to do here.
You're exactly right. And right here, the shaft is between his arms. I don't think this is when he was swinging his best, I'll tell you that. Because I've never seen him look this shut and cross line like that.
Well, he always had a little tendency to be across the line for sure. Even with like a classic Jack from the late 70s, he was definitely a little bit across the line. You could see it very clearly if you do an overview. But this is at a point where his hips have started to give out. It just happens with age.
Yeah, he went young here. This might have been a senior tour tournament. Anybody got any questions? Let me look in the chat box, see if somebody put a question in there. No?
Well, I think this is a great example of what an online live lesson can be, and how and you get your opportunity to ask some questions and kind of clear some things up that you might not have had a chance to do before.
Exactly. So you want to go to quickfixgolf.com. There it is. And give you a couple of options as to how to get your video sent in, and then you can book your reservation to have a lesson live with either Darren or I putting in our 2 cents. That hopefully it's going to be worth more than that once you get it. Because at least this way, I think there is some communication lost with them sending us the video and then we send back the analysis. They may not fully understand. Like I didn't get what Larry said. He didn't see that was really behind. So at least he could have brought that up live right then, right that moment.
Exactly.
So we could address it. I mean, what do you guys think? Would you be, you feel that this idea of doing this the lesson live is worth the effort?
This was very good today.
It was very good today, Sippy. Well, that's big coming from you, buddy. I know you know better.
It is. It was very good. This is the first one I really, really enjoyed.
Really?
Thanks a lot, Rich.
I'll stick it, Darren. I'm going crazy here.
You're going crazy. Well, I say, you hear John in the background. That must be your mother-in-law's in the background, right?
I got every.
No, you sure you don't want to borrow my gun?
Hey, Rich, is martini hour? Does that change now? Are you doing like a martini lunch now?
No, I got tired of that. I switched over to a rusty nail today.
A rusty nail? What's in a rusty nail?
Drambuie and Scotch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You better be careful with those. I heard you get lockjaw from those.
Larry,
That's got to be an acquired taste.
You don't. Are you Baptist or what?
Well, I'm Baptist, but I'm also a Baptist deacon, so I drink plenty.
What's that joke they say about the Jews don't recognize Jesus as the Savior, and Baptists don't recognize other Baptists in the liquor store?
Well, that's one of them. But one of them is be sure to invite 2 Baptists to your party. Because if you invite only one, he'll drink all your liquor.
That's another good one.
Yeah, Larry, don't quit your day job. You're pretty good with these jokes.
No kidding.
Well, I've got 2 good instructors here. But the funniest one was Bobby's laughing at my swing.
I'm not laughing at your swing. I'm not laughing at your swing. What I'm laughing at is your shorts. Look at this. Look at this. Did your mommy dress you that way? Is that the deal? She's going to send you off to school?
Those are dog walking shorts. How you like to line up with a tree and the stripe on my shirt?
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah, the stripe, that lined it up just perfectly.
Yeah, that's the
I
first
looked at it
comment you
first.
made.
That ball's awfully far forward in your stance, I think. The problem when
Yeah,
you fall too far forward, your shoulders get open.
yeah. The next one, the one I put in the locker last night, I think you'll like better.
All right, sorry I don't have it, but I'll dig it up right now.
I've been working on the drill. See, I've been working on the drill.
All right. Any other questions or anything, or we'll call it a day?
Bobby, did you ever look at that GoPro option?
I haven't been able to get into Best Buy. I went there, and they wouldn't let anybody in the store.
Oh, I thought you'd look on Amazon or whatever.
No,
What
I
was
wanted,
that,
I
John, you were
wanted
saying about GoPro?
yeah, it was,
Well, yeah,
Right.
I suggested Bobby, last week or whatever it was, that one of the things that we're missing on these video lessons is being able to have a perspective of the actual golfer that's trying to improve. In other words, if you're giving me a lesson, on the line here, I would like to see what I think it's supposed to look like when I swing the club, and then look up at my arms and club and all. You know, I can guess what it might supposed to look like while I'm swinging it, but I can't really tell if it's right or not. I guess until I take a video and then go and look at it.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
If you had a GoPro on your head and took this same lesson and say, no, John, here's what you're supposed to see at that point in your swing, when you turn your head and look at your arms and your club, halfway up or whatever.
what do you think of that?
It's a great idea. I love it. That's a great idea.
I'll tell you what
I
else.
bet some of your friends have a GoPro.
You think? I don't have any friends.
I was talking to Darren.
And Google has these glasses that do the same.
What? You wear that to go play golf on the golf course, and you get to about the fifth hole, and you got to take a leak, and you go in the trees. Don't look down behind the video. All right, we call it a day. It's getting crazy here, but it is a good idea. I want to look. How much are those things? $350 or something like that.
I don't know. There's different models. You can get. And you don't need one that goes underwater. That one's really expensive.
You haven't seen me play golf.
Well, I'll take that back then. You can give us a lesson from underwater.
It better float.
Some of your stuff floats.
Some of it flies too.
All right, gang. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, Sippy.
Take it easy. Great lesson.
Hasta luego.
Thanks, Bobby.
Bye.
Good afternoon.